everyone, I'm Celeste and welcome to my channel. My channel is all about cosplay. I teach you tutorials on how to make the outfit, how to do the makeup so you can become the character of your dreams. So today's cosplay is actually very requested by a single user multiple times on a lot of my videos. And yes, I'll get there. And actually, this one was a very easy cosplay for me to make. I made this within a week. And this is Ariel's village outfit, the Kiss the Girl dress that she wears. It is a white shirt, a blue bow on her head, a nice corset, and a blue skirt with black shoes. I took a little bit of liberties with this costume and I thought it would be really fun just to make it from the stuff that I had. I didn't have the right fabrics for everything, but I did supplement it with the colors of choice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on me making this Ariel cosplay. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment down below or hit me up on my social media outlets. And if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Celeste. I'm a cosplayer of 15 years. I've won multiple craftsmanship awards and performance awards. So yeah, I'm very excited for you to be here on my journey through YouTube. But if you want to be part of it, go ahead and click that red button down below to subscribe to never miss out on any future cosplay content and become a sewing pin in my pin cushion called YouTube. Someday when I have tons of people, I want to like fill up an entire pin cushion full of pins and be like, this is all of you. I sound more like Ursula. Let's just go get into the DIY, okay?
So I'm going to be working with this beautiful dark blue satin for my corset. I'm once again going to be using the pattern 506. So that's 5006 as my pattern pieces. You've seen me use this in my wood fairy and other things. But as usual, I'm going to pin it out and then cut it out. Once everything's cut out, pin it all together and assemble it inside the sewing machine. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Just sew it all together. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's go.
So I finished putting together the shell. I'm going to use a super fun lining because I can. I will be using this nice My Little Pony satin as my linings. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the entire corset pattern again and assemble it. So I want to show you something that I just did so it makes sense. The other side is a bit too dark and you can't really see the markings, I don't think. So let's just go on this side. I went ahead and sewed the top together with a basting stitch, and as you saw recently, and then I'm going to make a straight line across the corset top here, making the V. Because of this corset pattern in the curved top, I don't want that, and I knew that I was going to make that in the beginning, so now I'm just going to sew a straight line across it and then cut it off when I'm done. Do you mind? So what I did do, on the other side, I used a pencil and drew out the line that I really wanted. Ariel's is actually a shallow V, so you can see it more predominantly here on the back side. So you can see this V on the side, and then this corset actually has the line, this curve line at the top, the sweetheart neckline. So instead of having a sweetheart neckline, I'm going to cut that off. So what I did first was bind the edges and create a straight line with my sewing machine, and now I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to use the remnants on the other side to create the perfect matching corset. This thing just don't forget, this lining piece, the My Little Pony part, this is all for fun, so you won't see that, but this is where I'm going to add my boning.
I made sure to cut off the other side so I don't have a sweetheart neckline. Oh my god, that's so hard for me to say. Sweetheart neckline. I had to like slow that down. Anyways, go ahead and sew these two pieces together. And if I didn't mention this before, my Little Pony fabric actually has the boning channels, and I'm going to be using zip ties for that. Go ahead and sew these areas together, and then your two tops will be perfectly adjusted. I knew that I was actually going to run out of my black zip ties, so I got these extra white ones that are very thick. These are actually the perfect size that you want for your corset boning if you're going to be using zip ties. So if you're considering to have zip ties instead of corset boning, make sure you have a nice width and thickness so you don't have to use multiple thin zip ties in one area. Instead, you can just use one nice thick one. And I think this one is 3/4 of an inch. No, it's a little less than that, so it's probably like 2/3 of an inch. Before you insert your boning, highly recommend doing an underlining stitch. This is actually going to sew your lining down and it's going to pull it down. And this way your lining doesn't show. And it's just a really nice technique so you don't have to go over and do a top stitch. In order to do this, go ahead and fold over your raw edges onto your lining and then sew them down onto your lining. This is going to create a brand new stitch onto your lining, holding down all of the edges. I did this all along the top of my bodice.
So I went ahead and did an underlining stitch at the top here, but I should have done it here at the V part. Also double check that your V is not off-centered, so when I iron it, it's going to be off-center. It's going to bother me, but that's okay. And then after that, I went ahead and did a basting stitch down here at the bottom hem. Originally, I wanted to use this black bias tape. It's single fold. And I was thinking it would be enough to go around the entire bottom perimeter of my bottom hem here for the corset. Turns out it's not, so I'm not going to use that. Because I don't have anything else and I'm getting really down to the wire, I'm going to just make it this beautiful lace at the bottom and then kind of encompass it so it becomes this nice lace edge. And I think I like that idea more than using a bias tape now. And then you'll see why with the skirt that we're going to make after we finish this. Oh yeah, also, so this side edge, I just basting stitched it down too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sew a zipper right here and just fold it over and then cut off the excess. What I want to make sure I do first is I sew it first at the back side and then bring it to the front side, making sure that it is completely encased, just like a bias tape. If you have any questions on this, you've seen me do this on other parts, but feel free to leave me another comment down below if you have any problems. Remember, sew the bad side first and then the top side, just like this. Then it'll be nice. I'm excited. Anyone who doesn't know, I went to a place in LA and I got this entire thing for $5. I've had this for years. Now they sell tons of lace and nice buds and ends. It's better than AliExpress. But of course with the pandemic happening, you can't do that. So just use I have so many little scraps. Just use what you can to your best abilities. If you don't have like a giant thing like this and you have to order lace, it's okay. Go ahead and cut up some fabric. Me, I just have this and I highly recommend always trying to buy in bulk so you have lots of supplies. You buy in bulk and then you don't know what you're going to use it for, but you'll be thankful later. This was the only separating zipper I had, but surprisingly 28 centimeters is perfect, and it is a separating teal one that I got from Ted, so it actually works pretty perfect. I'm really happy with buying this for only €1. So good. So I'm just going to be adding the other side, and then this corset needs an iron and we're good. Onto the skirt. For my skirt fabric, I'm going to be using this really nice woven jacquard that I got from Joann's, and it actually has this really fun dancing dress motif that's embossed velvet. I've held on to this for years thinking I would turn it into a full gown again. I think this would be great to add this to the corset. You can see the difference of color. It's not too bright, and I think it would look really good together with this trim against this, so it'll have a little bit of a nicer effect. I'm going to measure out a half circle skirt and cut this out, and measure out a nice waistband for myself. The corset pattern that I'm using actually has a really good skirt pattern or petticoat. I'm going to be using B and seeing how wide it gets before I try cutting it out on my own. Kind of like my Snow White costume, that got messed up. I messed that up. I've decided to go ahead and add another back piece so I can have a little bit more flair to my skirt. My front piece and my back piece, it does have a nice volume, but I would love it to have a more circular shape without sacrificing anything. So I'm just going to cut one more extra piece and then assemble all my giant skirt pieces together. Despite the fact that I can't finish this bottom part because it's cut off, I'm going to cut off the rest of the side and kind of make it fit in and see where I can go from there. With my seams, after I join the skirt together, I'm actually going to sew down the edge, kind of like a French seam. I don't really mind at the side, but I just want to make sure that it lays nice and flat and gives a good shape and kind of looks very seamlessly. Now I'm just going to take this gray lace and add it to the bottom hem and the right sides together, and then I'm going to flip it around like a bias tape so it has a very nice uniform edge. Oops, let's make sure it's sewing it. I got this lace in Denmark when a store was closing. It was very cheap, and I haven't really used it that much. Let's hope I can put this to use.
So because my skirt top is actually really big, I'm going to gather it with my hand needle and thread, and I'm just going to go in and out, in and out, in and out until I get tired and I reach the end. Then I'm going to pull it slightly, making sure that it fits the size of my waistband entirely, making sure that the middle points are the same and then the points at the edges are the same. This way it's evenly distributed, not sorry, can't talk. All right, let's go. Evenly distributed. That's what we have been trying to say. Did you guys know that it's like really hard to type and like talk? Oh my god. All right, I'm done. Let's go.
Those who don't know, I kind of wanted to have my hair look wet, but I don't know if it's playing against me and I just look like seaweed. I'm more seaweed than under the sea feeling. I'm sorry, it kind of backfired. Ah! I think this dress is so much fun to wear. I mean, it's not really a dress, but it's a cosplay. So yeah, I think I'm able to use some of the pieces different ways. I really like the fact that I used My Little Pony lining for my corset. I thought it was so much fun. I did have a blue lining that I could have used, but sometimes in life you just gotta go with your gut, and my gut was telling me use My Little Pony lining. I'm actually thinking about recycling my corset into a Nightmare Moon cosplay or a Princess Luna cosplay. If you think that's a good idea, click that thumbs up and tell me, yes, Princess Luna! Actually, are you guys a Princess Luna or Princess Celestia fan if you like My Little Pony? Just saying, just asking. Make sure to leave me a comment if you are Team Luna or Team Celestia, because maybe I'll make that someday. You never know. Cosplay is like elusive. You have so many plans and then you don't finish your plans. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in to a brand new Disney cosplay. If you haven't checked out some of my other Disney cosplays, check the videos floating around my head. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already during my video. What are you doing? Get on it. And remember to stay inspired, be creative, and I will see you in a future video. Bye!